Good afternoon, YouTube. Going to do a little bit of an update as to what's been happening with my prosthetic leg. I got this socket made up last year in 2025. I think it was the month of May. It felt pretty good. There was a couple things that we tried to accomplish with the socket is make more relief here for my fibular head, which has always been a problem area. We stayed with a flexible liner on the inside. And we made this socket a little bit more heavy duty for construction use. As the year went by, I started to develop a problem where when I was walking, my knee would thrust outwards. And we tried to get that corrected throughout the year, but nothing really satisfactory was happening. And I started to get a little bit frustrated with that, with trying to communicate issues with that prosthetist. Everything seemed really slow. And to start off the new year, I decided to find a new prosthetist. So kind of started from scratch. The new prosthetist took a look at the socket and started modifying it, basically using it as a test socket for a brand new socket. So what they did is they started building offset into the bottom of the foot, moving the foot outwards in order to prevent my outwards knee thrust. And that worked quite well. So once we had that geometry figured out, my new prosthetist decided it's time for us to get that into a proper looking prosthetic leg. And this is what they came up with. Look at the difference in size between these two sockets. This has got the same amount of offset as that, but you can see, let me move out of the way here so it's a bit clearer. You can see the size difference between the two. This one here does not have an inner liner. My new prosthetist, he's quite comfortable in doing the sockets without that inner liner, so I was more than happy to go on his suggestion. We stayed with the Coyote style pin lock, and on this socket we mounted my favorite foot, the Philauer All Pro XTS. Now, in this older socket, I was up to a 5-ply sock, sometimes a little bit more, but usually a 5-ply sock could get me throughout the day. And in the new socket, all I have to do is wear one lightweight ply sock and I'm in, just like that. I've never had a socket where I could get into it so easily. Nice and secure. We might do a little bit of adjustments this week. I am getting a little bit of a rough spot, or a little bit of a pressure spot right here. But that's a little minor adjustment, and there's enough material in the socket that he'll be able to just grind that out. That's a really minor adjustment. But the leg feels great. And again, look at the size difference between these two. It's crazy. This thing feels like a fire hydrant compared to that. So really happy with it. There you go. That socket still needs a name. So if you got a good name for it, drop it in the comments below. Talk to you soon. Bye.